Good guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Commander Awesomeness, and if you're new here to this channel, feel free to leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are on the road to 200 subscribers. We are only 74 subscribers away from 200, so let's keep that grind going, boys. And yes, if you couldn't already tell from the screen, the 2024 MLB World Series is officially locked in. The New York Yankees will be taking on they'll be taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers in a pretty historic matchup. This is like two teams that really know each other very very well. So and this one, it has a lot of anticipation of like being like probably one of the best World Series we've had so far. And I'm pretty excited about it. We got two of baseball's biggest stars going at it, and yeah. So the New York Yankees, this is like their 41st World Series appearance, which is their most in MLB history, which is mind blowing. I honestly had no idea that they had that many World Series appearances, but interesting. It's pretty interesting. But this is their first World Series appearance in 15 years. I was pretty much like 9 years old when they last went to the World Series. I didn't know nothing about baseball then, but I do now. So, what world am I living in? As a Red Sox fan, this hurts. Yeah, but their key players to watch for in the World Series is, well, obviously Aaron Judge for number one, but he had the most home runs out of anyone this season with 58 home runs, and I'm pretty sure it's like the first ever World Series where two hitters who had the most home runs and the most home runs in a season, like when I'll add it in the World Series. So yeah. Then you got Juan Soto, who pretty much like clutched it up big time for the Yankees in Game 6. Or was it Game 6? No, Game 5. I'm sorry. Game 5 of the ALCS. Juan Soto hit a game-winning 3-run home run to basically just send the Yankees to the World Series. So I guess a little shout out to him. Just a little one. And then you got the one and only Giancarlo Stanton, who is the ALCS MVP, who went off for like 4 home runs in the ALCS against the Cleveland Guardians, which is just wild. And I might as well just give these two guys some shout outs. But I guess the Yankees fans probably like deserve a little bit of respect, just a teeny tiny bit. You got Jared Cole and Luke Weaver. There you have it. You're welcome. I included those two guys. I probably should have included more, but I didn't want to glaze too much of your team. So there you have it. The Yankees. Little history. And then you got the Los Angeles Dodgers, who have made it to the World Series for the 4th time in 8 years. Which is crazy. The last time they went to the World Series was back in 2020, and that was when COVID was happening, and they didn't have a World Series parade when they won the World Series, which is pretty sad. But it was also like Mickey Mouse ring, because that season only lasted like 60 games, and the regular hold on, my brain's not doing its thing right now. Usually the MLB season lasts 162 games, but the 2020 season was obviously shortened because of COVID. So yeah. And the key players for the Dodgers, yeah, you should definitely be keeping an eye out. And there's a lot of them, because this Dodgers team is loaded with stars. You got Shohei Ohtani, who had 54 home runs in the season. He's fun to watch. He's a lot of fun to watch. Then he got Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. I think he might be back. I don't know. From injury. I don't know. You know. You got Yoshin. I have no idea if I'm going to be saying his name right, but Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I pretty much just went for it. I pretty much winged it. I don't know if I said his name right. Let me know in the comments down below if I said that right. And then he got Teoscar Hernandez, who had a pretty impressive season. You got Blake Trinan and etc. 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 As I said, the Dodgers are loaded with the stars. I think this World Series also features 5 former MVPs as well. So it's gonna be a crazy series. But some little history now. This is the 12th World Series matchup between the Yankees and Dodgers, which is an MLB record, which is wild. This is the first time in over 40 years that they have faced off in the World Series. I wasn't even alive back then, apparently. Yeah. And the Yankees lead that series 8-3. However, the Dodgers did win the last matchup, so that's just something to keep an eye on, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything for this matchup because, well, this is the modern era now, in the era that the Dodgers hold on, the era where the Dodgers last won a World Series against the Yankees was probably back in the 80s. And that was probably when Rock really was starting to take over a little bit. But yeah. And this is the first number 1 seed versus the number 1 seed matchup since the 2020 World Series, which is pretty ironic because we were talking about that only 5 minutes ago. But that matchup was the same with Bay Rays versus Los Angeles Dodgers. For those of you who are kind of getting into baseball a little bit, so there you go. And now it's time for me to give my World Series prediction. I think that the Dodgers will beat the Yankees in 7 games. Yep. As a Red Sox fan, I do not want the Yankees to do well, but I plan to keep this as unbiased as possible. Although it was very hard to do so, but I really do think that the Yankees will put up one hell of a fight. I gotta give props to the team. They have a ton of power in their lineup, and I think that their bullpen will definitely keep things interesting. But I think that the Dodgers just have way too many stars, and I think that they will just eventually overwhelm the Yankees eventually. Because the Yankees are a pretty streaky team as well, and I think that might play a factor in the series. I mean, who knows? It's the freaking Yankees of course, but yeah, that's my prediction. Dodgers in 7 games. But this is where I leave it up to you guys. Who do you guys think will win the World Series? The Dodgers or the Yankees? Let me know in the comments. And as for me, it's Grand Erasmus. If you're new here, feel free to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and let's hit 200 subscribers. All right. Have an awesome night, guys. Wait, hold up. All right. Have an awesome night, guys.